Well, in our same conversation, we talked about a very interesting Suge Knight story. This is something I was already familiar with, and he kind of filled in all the blanks for me.
Okay.
But essentially, what happened was this. Akon had signed a producer named Detail. And after he assigned him and he started working, he finds out that Suge Knight and Ray J were like, had already signed him.
Right, yeah.
And so Suge approached him and said, hey, you owe us some money for Detail. How much? $25,000. Okay, cool. When he does some placements, that money that comes in, we'll cut it to you guys. All right, cool. A couple months later, runs into him again. Where's the money? He hasn't had any placements yet.
Yeah.
When he does, I'll give it to you. Then the final time, it was in Super Bowl in Arizona. Once again, Suge rolls up on him. Where's my money? He's like, yo, again? And we're talking about Suge's half of this is like $12,500.
Wow.
And he was just like, yo, man, like I'm telling you, like I'm getting tired of this. Like he hasn't had any placements.
So now, that following week, Super Bowl in Arizona. I'm already in Vegas because I was already there from the week before. So we left from there to go, to the Super Bowl. I'm throwing this huge party at the W. We up there, it's me, Ja, 2 T's, Big D. These are all my guys. And we party, having a great time. Suge comes with his homie, his girlfriend, and I think it was one other person. And at the time, my security got my section roped off. He's trying to get in, they won't let him in. So he like, yo. So I'm like, yeah, come on in. He good. He walks over, yo, Con, we good? I said, yeah, we good, nigga. What y'all want to drink, whatever, just, help yourself, nigga, you fam. He said, no, with that, I'm talking about with the money. I said, God damn, Suge, really?
$12,500.
Nigga, we partying. We can't talk about this shit tomorrow? Nah, nigga, we need to talk about this right now, man. I ain't got time. I'm about to head back out to LA. I said, all right, well, cool. When you get to LA, call me. We'll talk about it then. So now at this point, 2 T's is looking at his homie. He can see that his homie packing something because he can see the dent right there, right? So, and Ja is looking directly at Suge at this point. He see, okay, this nigga raising his voice because the music playing so loud. So now we like this. I'm standing on top of the couch. I'm like about this high over him. So I got him by his neck talking to him as we're talking. So, and I'm saying to him, nigga, don't worry about it. When we get to LA tomorrow, just call me. And then when I get to LA, we meet up and we'll figure it out, right? Because at this time, in my mind, I'm like, you know what? This nigga probably really needs some money. So when I get to LA, I'll give him a little something to hold him until whatever. So I'm already, in my mind, like, you know what? I'm gonna look out. You know what I'm saying? So he's insisting that he gets the money then. So then when I said, nah, it's not gonna happen tonight, that's when he popped up, was like, nigga, all right, it's on and popping in, my nigga. He said something about I have to pay a toll when I come to LA and that my mom won't be able to come to LA. And then that's all I can tell you from that point forward.
So then, Akon's road manager, Ja, real big dude, right? Used to be part of John Gotti Jr.'s crew. Done a bunch of prison time over that shit. Stepped in and said, all right, Suge, you're not going to get paid today, but if you want to go in the bathroom, we could fight. But you're not going to get paid today. And then Suge just started, fuck that shit. I don't fight. I'll have your mother killed. I'll have your whole family killed. And then John knocked him out. That's when you see that picture of Suge knocked out. That was the Akon incident.
Yeah.
And then after all that, Suge pressed charges.
Yeah.
And Akon had to come up with a bunch of money to basically get Suge to drop the charges against his.
That sounds
his
like a comedy episode. Like,
it's crazy. It's crazy. This guy was bullying his way around the entertainment industry for decades.
Yeah.
And now he's doing 28 years over doing that same thing, trying to bully his way onto the Straight Outta Compton movie. Have you ever run into him?
Yeah, I've run into Suge a number of times.
Conversations? Relationship? Anything?
I had a really funny experience with Suge.
What happened?
Oh my God, this was hilarious. He had gotten out, and he and his people would be out at clubs and everything. You know, never really talked to him or whatever, but his people just would nod. There'd just be that kind of thing, like, "What's up, man?" Hey, you know, we do that, and think I would just go like see Suge, and it's just a acknowledgement, you know. But we never really talked. I kind of, you know, was at arm's length with him because, you know, the reputation and everything.
Right.
And so you know, it's all good. I mean, we, you know, whatever. But I kept seeing him for the next 2 weeks. Just like, oh, there he goes again, and his people kept it moving. Then my girl at the time takes me out we go to Joffrey's in Malibu, and the maitre d' is taking us this way, but I happened to see Suge and his wife, or I don't know who it was, at the balcony area outside. And so immediately they're walking this way, and I'm like so surprised to see him. And he was just in a jovial mood. Like he was just kind of, you know, just looked like he was just having fun. He was out there. And I was just so surprised. And I walked toward him. And he turned as I was walking toward him, and he like bristles. And he kind of looks over the back, and I went
like he was about to jump off.
Like, I didn't know what was, but he just was like, he got real tense. And I walked up and I'm like, hey, and I kind of grabbed on the shoulders like, you okay? He goes, yo, man. He says, I'm out here chilling with my lady or whatever, and I see you walking up, and he says instantly he just sees threat.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, yeah, but we got no beef. He says, yeah, but I didn't. I had to. He said like he had to like put it together. Like, yo, do we have beef? Like. And so I was like, no, we ain't got no beef. But it was a funny moment because he was saying the last thing I thought was I see somebody threatening walking toward me out here. And it was just, we both laughed about it because he was like, I ain't got no security or whatever. I was like, oh, man. I was like, is it like that? You can't keep track of who's enemy or not?
Well, I mean, look at how much dirt he's done over the years. Like how many people
I don't know.
Shaken down.
But it was like we laughed about it, and I saw, because, you know, Ray J, and I've known Ray J for a long time.
Yeah.
I know all the people that know him, and I see the side of him that people talk about, that he could be funny and like it didn't seem like a gangster at all. Like he was just like, you know, he was chilling. And so that's kind of like, you know, but that's not surprising. There's why are you going to build armor at all if you don't have something to protect that's, you know, on the inside? You know what I mean? These people that have all this, you know, like I say, armor, a lot of times they're the nicest people you ever want to meet. Look at Mike Tyson. He's one of the first people that you can see publicly that will go into tears, you know, because there's such a heart on the guy. But if you look at all the roughest cats, usually they harbor the heart of an artist, I feel. Like myself included. You know, shit, what I'll do for my friends, you know, like there's the armor and then there's what's underneath it. And so I saw in him, in that funny moment, we laughed about it. Ever since I seen him after that, we just kind of laughed about it, but it felt like, we know, it was a connection. But that was the thing. I kind of got to meet the real dude.
Yeah.
You know?